Hi, Kevin from the Awareness website. We've got the next continuing classroom classics video for you, and this video is going to be on Strum the Pei Pa. So there's a lot going on with this move, and we're going to talk about a few do's and don'ts. So hang in there, we'll be right back. All right. Strum the Pei Pa is an interesting move, and it's very, very similar to raise hands and step up, except raise hands and step up, the hands are over on the right side and the right heel is down. Strum the Pei Pa is the left heel is down and the hands are over on the left side. And so notice they're not in the center, they're over on the side. So the arm and the leg, so the leading arm, the leading leg, line up on the one side of the body, and the other arm will come across over to it. Kind of lined up behind each other. So if you were to put your hands together and pull one back, that's the alignment. So you don't want them down here, you don't want them up here or anything like that. Lined up like that. About a 45-degree angle from the body, so about 90 degrees with the elbows down. Now, going through the sequence, so we've gone from Stork spreads wings into the first brush knee. So when you go into Strum the Pei Pa, it's kind of similar going into the brush knee right after it, but you'll see what we're talking about here. So because of my studio space, I'm going to go at an angle so you can kind of see what I'm doing for the most part, and I'll go the other angle and then we'll maybe run some different angles. There's a few things I want you to notice as I go through it. Okay, so we'll go from white stork spreads wings, so standing on the right leg, toe touching, and this will be the exact same foot position when you go into Strum the Pei Pa. So white stork spreads wings, drop elbows, open up the arms, sit down, step out, and do a left brush knee. So squaring to the front, and you're going to half step. So the back foot steps in halfway, push up into the back leg, turn to the right, put the heel down, turn forward, bring the hands together on the left side, separate the hands, open up, left step, and then left brush knee again. So that's the sequence. So lots of things going on, like I said. We're going to start with the feet and work our way up. So from the stork spreads wings, you sit down, you're going to turn so the feet don't really move, but if you can, try and keep the weight balanced in the right leg so that you take all the weight out of the left foot. If you don't have the strength or the flexibility to sit down and turn, to spiral down into that leg, then that toe can stay touching, but you don't want any weight on it. You want all the weight back into the hips, sitting down into the right leg. So if you can, allow that leg, that left foot, to come up off the ground a little bit, step out, and then drop the elbows, bring the hands into position, square to the front. Now, when you're in the front leg here, you want all your weight in that left foot, so you want to let the weight spiral down into that foot so that when you extend, express out, that back foot will just naturally relax and step in. So notice you don't want to pop up. So you don't want to stand up when you step because there's a tendency for that foot to come in too close. And then when you go to put the heel down, you're going to kick this foot forward, and that quite often will cause the hips to go forward and the weight to go forward into that heel. And now it's difficult to sit. So if you can, keep the sit in the front hips, so that if your weight's sitting into the front leg, allow that foot to step in halfway, and then push up into that back leg, stand up and open. So you come up nice and tall, and the hands are turning and expressing out. You don't want the arms separating with the elbows up. The elbows are down, and it's just the wrists. Foundation exercises. The wrists, the palms turn forward. So watch again. Half step, keep the sit, and then stand up, turn the palms outwards as you turn and line up over at that right foot. From there, now that the weight's all balanced in this right leg, you can very easily pick up this foot and put the heel down. You don't move it forward or back or anything. It's just on the toe when you stand up. Pick it up and put the heel down, and then turn forward and bring the hands together. So it's just they separate and then they bring together as you sit down. Now as you sit, if the heel is in the right place, you don't have too much space or too little space, then you should be able to just open up the leg bones. Just let the leg bones separate so that you can sit down. Don't let the knee buckle in. Okay, if the knee buckles in, it's going to be painful because you're turning to the front. So there's a tendency for people to turn this kind of like the barn door thing. But what you want is you want both hips to open so that the lower spine can relax. And as you bring the hands together, the body just lines up to the front. Okay, so just a very natural, relax, squeeze in, keep this leg stable. So all the weight's pretty much in the back leg, in the right leg. And it's just a little bit of a sit. And then when you get the hands in front, you separate the hands and sit down some more into the right leg. Step out and then drop the elbows, bring the hands to the front and push from the back leg. So I'll do it straight on so you can see what's happening here. So we'll take it from the brush knee. So you turn to the right as you open, step. Now square to the front, the hands are centered with the thumbs, heart thumb line, okay? Keep that in mind. Half step. So I'm squared to the front, weight balanced in the left leg, half step. I stand up, line up over the right foot, put the heel down, bring the hands together on the left side, and then I separate the hands and open up and sit down some more. So you really got to relax into that right leg. Step out, drop the elbows, hands to the front, and then express out, squaring to the front. So you can see the body is going through this gentle rotation. So you want to make sure that you keep your knees lined up and allow the body to turn and square over those feet, the supporting feet. Now one other thing, so now we're working our way up here. A very, very common thing with the brush knees is when you drop into it, there's a tendency for people to try and lift the arm with their shoulder. And so now, and the hand isn't getting all the way flat. If you drop the hands and keep the shoulder tight, I can't get that right hand up. So you want to get that hand rotated palm up so that the shoulder can drop. So the elbow is down, not out to the side, and the shoulder up. Here my arm is just totally locked up. So if you can let it express out, get a little bit bigger stretch to it, make sure that palm is up. Then when you come forward, the shoulder is relaxed. All you have to do is just drop your elbows, bring the hand to the front, get it out in front of you, and then push. If that shoulder's locked up, usually what happens is you get like this, and then the body's got to come forward, and then the arm is sort of swung into place. And now it's all just arm movement. So you want to drop the arm, drop the elbow, relax the shoulder, turn the wrist. So this wrist is turning to come up, palm up. So the arm should be relatively level to the ground and a nice big stretch. If you get a nice stretch on it, you'll see that the whole spine will stretch out. So it's stretching out this way, stretching out this way. So it's giving lots of good stretch in all the muscle groups in the whole spine. Step, push, half step, up, heel, turn, and separate the hands, turn some more, sit down, big stretch, palm flat, step, hands to the front, and then push. So lots again to keep in mind as you're going through a move, so your mind is just going la, 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 trying to think of all these different things. But as you practice, you get more and more familiar with it, and it gets more and more comfortable. And as the legs get stronger, the body can relax more. But at the beginning stages, for sure, you're trying to get everything lined up. So that's what this is. We're kind of talking a little bit about timing, getting the timing so things get lined up at the right point, and everything expresses out at the same time as you sit, and everything finishes at the same time. So the timing thing will come with practice, and so will getting things into place. If you practice, pay attention to it, think about it, play around with it. Okay, so let's do some follow along. So we'll do it facing away from the camera as if you're behind me, so you can follow along with me, and hopefully I don't run out of studio space here. So I'm going to keep it kind of short. I'm not going to stretch out really big, but you know, you can stretch out as much as you want. The bigger the stretch, the better it is for the body. The more it's going to work with the body, get things loosened up, get the joints opening up, get the circulations going. So at the beginning stages, for sure, you want to make the movements nice and big. Get lots of expression with it. Okay, so from Stork spreads wings, drop the elbows, open up the arms, turn and sit down. Spiral into the sit, step, hands to the front, square to the front, the weight relaxes in the left leg. Half step, push up, turn to the right, turn the palms out, put the heel down, turn, bring the hands together, turn forward, keep the knee open, open up, drop the elbows, palm up on the back and sit down some more, step out, drop the elbows, square to the front as you brush knee. Got all that? Here we go again. So standing on the right leg, turn to the front with Stork spreads wings, drop the elbows, open up the arms, palm up on the back, step, left brush knee, square to the front, weight relax in the front leg. Half step, stand up, turn to the right, palms out, heel down, bring the hands together on the left side, separate the hands, sit down a little bit more, step out, drop the elbows and hands to the front for the brush knee. One more time. Stork. Open up, turn, spiral down for left brush knee. Left brush knee, half step. Stand up and turn to the right, heel down. Sit down a little bit, hands to the left side. Open up and sit down some more. Step, left brush knee. Okay, so let's do it at an angle. So if you were slightly behind me and to the side, you could follow along with me that way. So from Stork spreads wings, open up. Half step, push up, heel down, play the Pei Pa. Open up, step, brush knee. One more time. Stork spreads wings, open up and spiral down, left brush knee. Half step, stand up and open, heel down, strum the Pei Pa, open up, left brush knee. One more time. The more you can practice these, the better it gets. Half step, open, heel, bring the hands together, elbows down, drop elbows and open, left brush knee. Okay, now you've probably noticed that your right leg has been getting a lot of sitting. You've been doing a lot of one-legged danyus on your right leg. So I highly recommend, and hey, why don't we just do this together right now? Standing on your left leg, we're going to give the left leg a bit of a workout too. Right toe straight ahead, left foot at 45. We'll do some one-legged danyus on the left side. So you danyu down, turn to the left, danyu up, turn straight ahead. Danyu down, turn to the left, so make sure your hips sit back. Push up, turn forward. Let everything relax. And let everything relax as you come up. So you want to load the leg. Sit the hips back, load the leg. And let it express up through the top of the head. So 2 more. Up. So this is the idea of spiraling. You're turning, dropping down, turning, and expressing up. Okay, so practice a bit more, play with it, have fun. Send us your comments and whatnot, like us on Facebook, check out the website, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hey, I got it all in without stuttering. And take care, we'll see you next week with our next video. Bye.